Yeah.
Just open it up to questions.
First, just want to thank Coach Harper and the Lady Vols for hosting us. This was super helpful to what we're trying to do in another step to prepare for Paris. That's the first thing. And in terms of the team, we just had a couple days of work together, and I just told them in the locker room, I just appreciated our approach, how hard we played, how meaningful what we were doing out there was to everyone. Playing team basketball, a lot of assists on 29 assists on 35 field goals, 34 fast break points. Just playing off our defense, continuing what we started over in Sydney at the World Cup.
I think there's a mic too, right?
Diana, in a Connecticut uniform, you didn't always get the greatest reception from Tennessee fans, but in a USA uniform, there were a lot of cheers. Were you expecting that? And how different? I know y'all stayed downtown Knoxville. How different is Knoxville than when you were playing here as a college student?
Oh man, the city's grown. You have a different appreciation when you get a little bit older. Obviously, in a Connecticut jersey, I think at that time the rivalry was pretty hot. And now looking back on it, it made us a better team, a better player on both sides. So coming in here tonight, it felt really cool. A lot of memories. And like I said earlier, this is where basketball started for women with Pat Summitt and the foundation that they set for all of us. And like Coach said, to have an opportunity to come here and play against this team and, in front of these amazing fans, we're just really grateful, and it was cool. Knoxville's a cool little city. I wish I would have got recruited here.
Oh. No, she didn't.
Betnijah, Tennessee was able to kind of hang in there that first quarter. I know it's your guys' first time playing together, but what did you see from them that you felt like kept them in the game for a little bit in the first half?
I think just their confidence. They didn't come out and back down. They knew who they were going against, and they gave us their all. And it took us a little bit of time to get adjusted, but we eventually found our way.
They rebounded. Mm-hmm. They rebounded. Really gave multiple attempts. I thought that was big. Once we cleaned that up, we got a little more momentum.
We're right here in front.
For Diana and for Cheryl. First time that Brittany's been back in a USA jersey, she got quite the nice reception. This is a fairly Republican state. Was it nice to see the basketball fans give her that reception and to appreciate her being back on the court again in USA jersey?
Yeah, I think at the core of it, no matter which party you support, definitely support an American coming home. And we know what BG's gone through. And for her to continually show up and put on the jersey and give it her all, I think speaks volumes of who she is and how much she appreciates what was done to get her home. And I think she's trying to repay it every single day by being on the court and the stuff she's doing off the court. That's a huge burden, and she's willing to carry that.
Coach, Rickea Jackson, of course, has some USA basketball experience, not with the national team, but I'm seeing early predictions on draft order and draft picks, and I'm not seeing her in the top 5, even the top 10, even the top 12. I don't know if for her, and I'll ask her, that was sort of on her mind tonight, but she looked to me like she could be WNBA ready in April.
Yeah, I honestly think those publications and those, the experts, so to speak, do a terrible job in mock drafting. So I don't think it's a reflection, and I would tell Rickea Jackson to pay no mind to that and just go hooping in your final season, and then things will work out. And I certainly, the draft is just so interesting in terms of who's going to be in the draft. But she's a quality player, and as I told her at the end, that we'll be seeing her soon in the WNBA, regardless of what position that she's drafted.
Diana, two-parter. You made the joke about hoping that you would have got recruited by Tennessee. Would you have gone to Tennessee or considered it? And also,
yeah.
You said you would have?
No. Part 2?
Yeah, part 2. Who was the best player you ever defended at Tennessee during your college career?
Gwen Jackson was so tough in college and in the WNBA. I think she was the first, undersized 4 that can really stretch the court, put you on the block, rebound. I have a vivid memory of Quinn Jackson having big games against us, and there's, I mean, obviously catch, you can go down the line, but I think for the most part of my career, Quinn Jackson was probably gave us the most problems.
Betnijah, you and Rakia go way back. What did it mean to you to get to play against her tonight, and how impressive have you been with just her development throughout college?
Yeah, she's my god sister, so I've known her for quite some time, and to just see the growth that she's had since she's entered college and to this moment now, having experience with USA basketball, playing against us, going out and doing what she did tonight, it's really exciting to see.
Coach, for coach to coach, what can you tell me about your level of respect for Coach Harper, who tries to get an organization back to a place it once was with so much rich history?
Well, I think about, you mentioned the heavy lift, or, the ability to get a program that was led by, such a legend and was, women's basketball, defined women's basketball. It's hard to do. And I think that, Kelly's worked really hard. Obviously, she knows the culture. She's been here for a long time. So I've enjoyed seeing her kind of get her feet under her and kind of getting things going. And that's a good basketball team. I think they're going to win a lot of games this season.
Diana, on a broader note, women's basketball popularity has grown tremendously in recent years. Yet issues like player rights and fair pay have traditionally struggled to keep up. Is there anything that fans can do to help advocate for better player protection and keep moving the needle forward?
Yeah, I mean, the fans are what makes the game. Today's great crowd, buying merchandise. And I think we need to see a little carryover into, we love our college basketball. How do we make sure those fans love the WBA? It's the same players. Keep talking about Rakia Jackson. I hope the volunteer fan base follows her to whichever team she goes to. We need to start building that pipeline of fandom, from the beginning. And, it's a complicated question. We talk about it all the time. There's so many layers to it. Hopefully one day a big organization that, owns a basketball league steps up.
I'll go to the other question, Tracy. No, we'll do both of you guys.
Diana, you had those 3 3-pointers in the first quarter, but then had less production in that area. How do you think the defense adjusted to you?
Yeah, I mean, you make a couple, they get a little bit tighter, so you try to do some other things to help the team. But like Coach said, when you wear the USA jersey, it's whatever you have to do to make the team better. And different moments call for different things. So they did a good job.
To follow up on that, going through this again, does it get old? Do you savor it more at this stage of your career? And you mentioned doing what's needed. You're still knocking down threes like always. Yeah. Is that maybe that in your leadership, what you bring to potentially this group, and as you try to chase a potentially 6th gold medal? Yeah,
I'm looking at it as my first time, and I'm in a different position where. And the last couple of them I did it with my peers, and now I'm doing it with B and, players that I'm not that familiar with. So it's nice to build that chemistry, know who they are off the court. And that always helps you when you're in the game. And, it's always an honor when you get the call. I've always taken it. And if I'm ready, and I get that opportunity, it'll be nice.
Yeah, we'll end with you there on the end.
Diana, you talked about seeing Rakia in the WNBA.
Yeah.
What do you think makes her such a valuable player to Tennessee and then at the pro level as well?
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about her size, the way she can shoot the basketball, the way she can move, we talk about basketball being positionless, and I think she fits that really, really well. And she just puts her head down, keeps working. Like Coach Reeve said, don't listen to the noise, because those things at the end of the day really don't matter. It's how much do your teammates respect you, your coaches, and she's going to take this team really far this year.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.
Thanks.